From the body to the body. So basically, the coach, when the student sits into fencing on that, definitely the coach has to set a, by estimation, the coach has to set an optimal distance from the student. After that, contact the blade, and the distance control starts after. Right? Do it very soft, okay? Not like this. It's very angular, and this angular moving goes to the other side immediately, and the student becomes stiff. The cross steps is basically a good system later, but not with the beginning of the education. The most correct is when the coach uses the normal steps, soft steps. Not necessary to sit into fencing on guard, of course, because to give 10 lessons after another 10 times 15 minutes is a huge work, yeah? A difficult, hard work. So just a comfortable fencing on guard, but one step is just one step, okay, for the coach. Do it soft. And your one step is an obvious signal for the student. The student has to respond with one step. If you make just one step, the student has to respond with one step. When you use the cross steps, the student is getting confused. How many steps he had to. Who knows that? Okay, so they cannot keep distance very precise yet. So it's important to use the correct style of the steps, also for the coach. Soft and slow. And put the feet down, right? So don't finish steps like this, right? Or this. The feet are on the floor at the end of the step, yeah? You can play with the blade times. So the coach steps is usually like a rolling steps, rolling stone, rolling steps, right? So don't do it very angular like this. So soft, but have to finish it. Okay, that would be the right technique to control distance. And if you step only one, the student has to respond only one. And it's very easy. You have to give the signal when you finish a step. Doesn't matter forward or backward. Give the signal, and the distance is only a medium distance, which is distance of light. Okay? And the kinestatical signal is much better than the visual signal. So I suggest you to contact the student blade, contact it on its foible. You can set the distance as well, by the contact. Because the student is not absolutely confident with the medium distance. First time you have to help. You set the medium distance for the student. After a time, the student can do it for his own. But first couple occasions, just you help to set the distance. And after that, ask the student, please keep this distance, maintain this distance, and give a significant blade signal as a initial signal for the line. With every exercise, when we have blade contact, is the contact means only contact. It's not an engagement. You cannot push the student's blade away. Only contact the blade. Contact with a 15 grams, 20 grams energy. Okay, but that's definitely true. Both people feel another blade. So they feel each other on their blade. So not only stroke the blade like this, yeah? It's a firm contact. 15 grams, 15 grams. And after that, when you will give the signal, that's an obvious signal, the students can feel. No, please repeat this exercise. Abdullah, please bend your leg a little bit. if we turn with the back shoulder backward, as far back as we can, yes, back shoulder. He's the student, I'm the coach. If I also turn back with my back shoulder, in this case the two blades, we are right-handed. The two blades is very close to one another, not fast. The two blades very close. When we turn in, the two blades will retreat from one another. And it's like a chain reaction which causes another problems. The optimal is when the back shoulder is back, and in this case the two blades almost touch each other in fencing bonga. That's the good fencing bonga. When the people getting turned, the two blades is retreating from one another, and the people start to thrust on a diagonal line, not on a straight line. And it's very important in the lesson, you have to go forward on a straight line while the thrust, not on a diagonal. Okay. And this nominated target points in FA fencing, what we learned, the hand, the elbow, the shoulder area, these target points, they are behind one another, not next one another. That's very important. Okay, so later when we will connect the hits after one another, that will mean a lot. The first hit goes here, maybe the second one goes here, and the third one here. So these target points, they have to be behind one another, not next one another.
They're closing the distance.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So not across and straight and across and straight again. So that's better. So therefore, it's suggested for the coach to also to turn back in the back shoulder and not like this, right? So you don't have to sit into fencing on guard like this. You can hold a more comfortable fencing on guard, but definitely you have to turn with your back shoulder back, which is not convenient, especially when you give 10 lessons on the day, right? But, because look at this. If the student has a mistake with the thrust, like this, just go to Individ, just Individ. Yeah, look at it. If I hold the bow position, I can hit the target well. Yeah. If I have a wrong style of my thrust, I will make passing. Right? Only when she has her back shoulder back. If she turns in, my style, it doesn't matter. Also with the back style, I can make a successful end of my thrust. So your posture, your posture also influences the student's technique a lot. Right? So suggestion for the coach: normal fencing steps, not cross steps. Just light, soft steps. Right? Finish every step and give the hand signal for the straight thrust and repeat the previous exercise again. Okay? Definitely in the moment of the hand signal, the student can see a clear long distance path. Therefore, he will react with step forward line, not with single line. So this technique is the big challenge for the coach because it seems difficult a bit, right? The coach must use this footwork, a half step and go back, right? That would be the moment when the coach creates, because the long distance happens because of the coach. The student tries to maintain the distance, and the coach unexpectedly, suddenly, it's better, yes. Good time, and just give the hand signal in the same moment of this. So you are cheating with your step. You don't finish the step and go back. You just make a half step and go back. And the student will finish his step back totally. Therefore, long distance is with the long distance. And students definitely perceive the long distance, and the hand signal was on. Therefore, the student will start with step forward march. Of course, the hand is the first. That's important, also from long distance. To start something from long distance, here are the distances in fencing, right? Close distance, short, medium, long. We will practice this in these two distances, the medium and the long distance, right? Medium and the long distance. Otherwise, in the modern competitive fencing, 20, 30 years ago or earlier, these three distances, the short, the medium and the long, that happened the most. The épée fencing didn't change a lot because we have the same rules, same everything, so it's no different. Épée fencing, you have to give the hit the same way like 50 years ago. But the important distances changed a little bit. The close distance is getting more important, and the long distance is getting less important. So nothing starts from further away. So the long distance seems like out of distance. Same like an out of distance. But for beginner fencers, definitely you must show the long distance as well. So this exercise, what we're going to do, is will happen from medium distance or from long distance, depends on the coach. The coach will give a signal for straight thrust in medium distance sometimes, or in long distance sometimes. Okay? So, Andre, please. Nothing else, just do the exercise we have done before, and other people try to watch my footwork. Okay, my footwork in the moment, in the critical moment when I am cheating with the distance. Right? So that's the base exercise. Right? One and straight. It's not necessary to move. Yeah, we can do it in stationary as well. But it's also possible with moving. Very gentle. Good. That was the medium distance, always. Yeah? In the moment of my hand signal, he can see medium distance, therefore he reacts with the long distance. Feel my blade here and watch it. No cross step below. Only normal step. Okay, thank you. So, you want the student to start a straight from single line, definitely you have to finish a step and give the signal. If you want the student to start from long distance, you must make this cheating, because with the initial movement of your step, the student will start with a step back. But you don't finish your step, you start escape immediately after a half step, and parallel give the hand signal. And in the moment of the hand signal, the student definitely can see long distance, not medium distance. Therefore, he reacts with step forward and line. Okay, so I suggest you to make the normal steps slowly and relatively with big range of movement. It's better. Because what you have to do in the moment of the signal? You have to cut your step forward in two parts. You know, that's a full step. That's only a half step. Like a half step. It's not exactly a half step. You know, half of a step forward. So that Look, the half of a step forward is not equal to the half step. As we learned in the footwork, the half step had a special position. It's not a half step now, it's only a half of a step forward. But after the half of the step forward, the coach has to escape immediately. You have to push yourself back from your heel. Yeah? Organize the students moving. The student has to start a step back, but you open the distance immediately and parallel give the signal. Only the straight cross, not the change cross.